know it. So again, thank you so much for getting up and joining me. I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and get started so that I don't keep you too long. And today I want to spend just a few minutes talking about choose wisely. More specifically, your inner circle. Because everything I talk about is about empowering you to live a happier and more fulfilling life. And one of the things that I talk about all the time, which is so important, is to have a good, strong, supportive group. People that support you, uplift you, that will also challenge you. So today I'm going to spend a few minutes talking about your inner circle. Support, love, good to see you this morning. Thank you again for getting up and joining me. I love this. But the inner circle is the immediate people you interact with in your routine life. It describes a tight-knit group of individuals who significantly impact your life, whether personally or professionally. Again, choose wisely your inner circle. Now, may God, my God, your circle is everything. That's what Janice said, yes. And Janice is one of my long-term friends in Texas. And it's funny, I reached out to her yesterday, but we'll talk a little bit more about that, this inner circle, and how it's so important to choose wisely. Because there's certain things that we can control and there's certain things that we can't control. And since we were born, there's some decisions, right? Or a lot has been chosen for us, like a name, a family, social status, school. Families chose that. But we get to decide. We get to choose the people we interact with in our inner circle. So think about that. There are things that you have chosen for yourself, things that are out of your control, but you get to decide the people you interact with in your inner circle. You get to decide who's in your inner circle, so choose wisely. Crystal says, I am now more intentional about this rather than letting any and everyone be in my circle. And remember, when I talk about values, if you don't make decisions and choices based on what's important to you, then other people will make decisions and choices and you become who they want you to become. So choose wisely. And there's a famous saying that goes like this: show me your friends and I'll show you your future. And the saying emphasizes that the company you keep can influence your personal development, goals, and overall success. So again, choose wisely your inner circle. Michelle, good morning. Good to see you. So when you think about the two, the saying, show me your friends and I'll show you your future, and the concept of the inner circle, they're closely related and reinforce each other. Both of them emphasize, right, the people you surround yourself with. And they reinforce each other. And here's how they interact. The friends you choose to be part of your inner circle can significantly impact your future. If you intentionally, and the word intentionally, surround yourself with individuals who share your values, ambitions, and positive qualities, your inner circle is more likely to provide the support, inspiration, and guidance needed to help you achieve your goals. Your inner circle often consists of the people you're closest to, those with whom you have deep connections. So intentional, deep connections, right? And these are the individuals who are most likely to influence your thoughts, behaviors, and decisions. If your inner circle embodies qualities and goals that align with your own, their influence can naturally lead you toward a future that reflects those shared aspirations. The people in your inner circle have a more substantial influence on you due to the closeness of the relationship. So I've talked about intentional, deep connections and influence. They can hold you accountable, key, for your actions, challenge your ideas, and provide support. If your inner circle is composed of motivated, growth-oriented individuals, their influence can positively impact your future outcomes. So think about it. Choose wisely your inner circle. And you should be mindful of the friends you bring into your inner circle. Evaluating their influence supports your goals, whether their influence supports your goals and values can help you ensure your inner circle contributes positively to your future. Now, how many of you know people who are toxic, who are negative? Okay, I'm raising my hand. If you do, just give me a wave in the comment section. And how many of you know people who's like that? And their inner circle consists of people just like them. How many of you? Crystal Turner said I'm raising both hands, right? So give me a thumbs up, give me a wave. How many of you know people like that? And when you see them, sometimes you go the other way. And sometimes, and in all honesty, how many of you have people like that in your circle? Because it could be someone you've known from childhood. You don't know how to gracefully let them know that you're not part of my inner circle. So as a result, we put up with them, or we allow them to remain in our inner circle. Yeah, getting all kind of waves here. So choosing the right individuals to include in your inner circle is an important decision that can influence your personal and professional development. And how many of you, and I've talked about this before, you'll accomplish something and you're so proud of yourself because of the work that you put into it. You said yes finally, you gave yourself permission to pursue whatever, and you shared that success or that accomplishment with someone in your so-called inner circle, and they said, girl, they just put a downer on it. I don't know what you did that for. Regina said, I have changed that. I'm getting amens and waves over here, right? We know people like that. And that's why I say all the time, until you get beyond the stage of needing validation, you keep your dreams and your desires to yourself. Because people will make negative comments sometimes, and sometimes I'm not even sure they're conscious of it, because that's just how they are. That's just how they grew up. And they're not even conscious of the fact. They just rained on your parade. So choose wisely. Look for people who share similar values, ambitions, and goals. So when your inner circle aligns with your core beliefs, and we talk about values and core beliefs all the time. So when your inner circle aligns with your core beliefs, your values, you're more likely to receive understanding, encouragement, and support that align with your aspirations. And seek individuals who uplift and inspire you. So even if they're going to challenge you, they're doing it in a positive way that's going to stretch you, that's going to choose you to think, right? Surround yourself with people who have positive outlook, encourage your growth, challenge you to step outside your comfort zone, and who provide constructive feedback when necessary. I reached out to my friend Janice Taylor. Janice Taylor and I have been friends. She's in Texas and she's on here now. We've been friends since 1977. We met at Allstate. And I reached out to her yesterday, and I had to make a decision yesterday, and here's what's really funny, right? I said, okay, God, I'm going to wait until I get this final, I'm not going to make a move until I get a decision from you. So, of course, I text all the information to my friend Janice Taylor, and she texted me back and said, go for it. But not only that, she picked up the phone. Now, Janice and I have been friends for a long time, and we may not talk all the time, but when we do, it's like we just saw each other yesterday. And whenever we visit, it's like we pick up right where we left off. So choose wisely. Choose friends who are going to challenge you, push you beyond your comfort zone. And even if they think what you're doing may not be in your best interest, they're going to provide you feedback that's in a caring and nurturing way, because it's all about love. So choose wisely. And thank you, Janice Taylor. My friend yesterday picked up the phone and she said, yes, you should do this, but let me tell you why you should do it. She said, it's going beyond your comfort zone and it's that next level for you. So choosing the right individuals to include in your inner circle is an important decision that can influence, and this is the key, your personal and professional development. Consider individuals who have demonstrated consistency and longevity in your life. And established relationships often come with a deeper understanding of each other. Here's the key. Here is a very important key. Your inner circle should consist of individuals you can trust. Think about that. We're talking about your inner circle. I'm not talking about people you know or have been known, but I'm talking about people in your inner circle, people who are intentional, people you choose, deep connections, people that can influence you, hold you accountable, people who are motivated, right? Growth-oriented individuals, their influences can positively impact your future outcomes. These are the people I'm talking about. Because we all have friends, right? Casual friends. We all know people. But I'm talking about your inner circle. Your inner circle should create a supportive environment where you feel safe to share your thoughts, fears, and ambitions. People you can trust, people that are supportive, encouraging, uplifting. So inner circle is not just about what you receive, though, but also what you contribute to. So keep that in mind. It's not always, it's a give and take. So aim for a balanced relationship where support and care are mutual. Choose people who treat you with respect and expect the same in return. Healthy relationships. So if this person is good for you good to be in your inner circle, ask yourself, are you good to be in theirs? Do you provide the same type of inspiration? Can they trust you? Think about that. Because sometimes some of us are very selfish, or sometimes we just don't know. We just don't know. We don't realize it because we're so caught up in life. It's like every time you call them, they're there to pick up the phone. But when they call you, girl, I'm on the go. Girl, I'll call you back, and then you don't call them back. Think about it. It's a two-way street. Think about the people you want to be in your inner circle. And then think about, are you that person in someone else's inner circle? Because it's mutual respect. And building an inner circle takes time. And it's okay to reassess relationships as your life and circumstances change, because we outgrow people and sometimes they outgrow us. Doesn't mean we're not friends, but we're just not in each other's inner circle. That's all that means. So think about it. But remember, your inner circle should be a supportive, uplifting, and growth-oriented group that contributes positively to your journey. And then reverse that. Am I that person for someone else? Because you know what you're looking for Am I that person for someone else? Choose wisely. And it's okay if someone you've been knowing for a very, very long time, it's okay if you've outgrown each other. That doesn't mean you're not friends. But it may mean they're no longer in your inner circle, because every time you go to them about anything, it's always negative, negative, negative. And I think of, are you going to keep knocking on the door if someone opens it and keeps closing it in your face? At what point do you say, you know what, I'm just going to stay on this side of the door and go, hey, and keep it going? So think about it. We do outgrow people. People outgrow us. But there's also some negatives, right? While having an inner circle of close friends and trusted individuals can be beneficial, maintaining such relationship has potential negatives and challenges. If your inner circle consists exclusively of like-minded individuals, you may find yourself in a situation where you're no longer being challenged. They become naysayers, you know? So think about that. Stagnation can occur. So you have to be conscious of that as well. And this can create or hinder creative problem solving and decision making. I don't have people like that in my inner circle. I'm not gonna lie, because they'll pick up the phone because they know me. They've been knowing me for years. People that are in my inner circle have been knowing me for years, and they will pick up the phone like my friend Janice Taylor did yesterday. She texted and picked up the phone and said, let me tell you why. And if she see me going down a path, she will pick up the phone or text me and say, baby, this is why don't you think about that 10 years from now? She has a way of communicating with me in a very positive way. And she'll say, yeah, I think that's a great idea 10 years from now. You know, especially if I'm trying to pull back and put myself on the shelf. She says, oh no, not yet. You're not there yet. She said, wait till you're 90. That's what she would say, something crazy like that. Like, girl, you know, God has given you a gift. You better keep on using it. You know, my sister's another one. I can call her. Ubong's not on here today, but she's another one. So I have a very small circle, but a very powerful circle. But they're negative, so keep that in mind too. Relying heavily on your inner circle for emotional support can lead to dependency. And then on the flip side, providing constant emotional support within your inner circle can be draining. If you're the go-to person all the time, it's like when the phone rings, it's like, only time you hear from this person is when they want something, right? Never call to uplift, to inspire or uplift you. So it can be draining too. And over time, individuals in your inner circle might develop differing priorities, leading to conflicts of interest or even drifting apart. And that's okay. You know, circumstances change, people change, relationships evolve. But choose wisely your inner circle. And a diverse group of people too. So you can have different perspectives. And reassessing the health and impact of your inner circle on your well-being and growth is important. Think about it. Choose wisely your inner circle. The decision to have like-minded friends or a more diverse social group depends on your preference and goals. It's valuable to have friends who share your values and aspirations, but also consider the benefits of interacting with people from various backgrounds and viewpoints. So your inner circle, you know, there's that close group of friends, but there could be someone in your inner circle as well. It could be a mentor. You know, someone like when you really need um, someone to share their life experiences with you. Maybe they've been through something that you're just starting to go through. Think about it. Ultimately, a mix of both types of friendships can contribute to a well-rounded and fulfilling life. And that's what we're talking about. Living a purposeful, meaningful, and fulfilling life. And you need a supportive group of people, right? Your inner circle, people who are going to support you, inspire you, uplift you. I remember one day, this was way back, and for some of you who've been with me for a minute, I've shared this story with you. I was in one of those moods where I got up that morning and I was just feeling some kind of way. I'm like, I'm quitting this job. I never wanted to be an entrepreneur in the first place. And I called my friend Ubong. She was on her way to St. Louis. So she was a captive audience that day. She was driving. And I complained and I complained. And she listened to me. And at the end, or when she got tired of listening, she said, Eva, but you have something a lot of people don't have. And I said, what's that? She said, girl, you have faith. So you have to keep going. That's an inner circle person who you can call on, who will listen to you. But just saying something as simple as that, girl, you had faith, brought me back to the reality, and you're right. So you need people who are going to inspire you, hold you down, you know, on those days when you want to stay in bed and just pull the covers over your head and say, okay, life, go on by today because I'm tired. You need people who are going to hold you down and say, no, baby, you got to get up today. Not today. And every day you want to, they're telling you not today. Or they sense something's going on with you and they know exactly when to call. Choose wisely your inner circle. By choosing your inner circle wisely and cultivating relationships that align with your aspirations, you can enhance your potential for a successful and fulfilling life. Choose wisely. And here's the other thing that's another famous saying. Think about this. If you are the smartest person in your circle, maybe it's time to enlarge your circle. It's just something to think about because we talk so much about growth and living a fulfilling and meaningful life. And I always mention support. You need the support. You need a strong inner circle because we're all human beings, right? And there are days we can manage the emotions and there are days we're like, ooh, just Lord, help me through this day. And that's when you call on that friend who's there for you. So choose people. Be intentional. People you have deep connections with. People who are going to hold you accountable, right? Because that's the other thing. You don't want just naysayers. People that are going to challenge you, hold you accountable. That's it. That's it this morning. Choose wisely. Your inner circle. And remember, show me your friends, that old famous saying, and I'll show you your future. So, think about this. The people that you have in your inner circle, do they reflect who you are? Or their values, their goals? And maybe they're not aligned with yours because maybe they're at a point where, hey, I'm pulling back. But do they uplift and inspire you and support you? Think about people that are in your circle right now, and every time you call them, you get off the phone. Or you walk away from them and you think, God, that was such a draining conversation. I know people like that. They're not necessarily in my inner circle, and I don't spend a lot of time with them, but I know people like that. So surround yourself with people that are supporting, loving, caring, that want the best for you. And then remember, you have to be that person. If you're in someone else's inner circle, and I'm sure you are, because you're great people, great women on this call, great folks here today. Remember, check yourself too. Check yourself. One of the things I've been working on over the years is being so opinionated, right? Because I'm one of these, I have a pretty strong personality, I'm pretty opinionated, but like Eva, people don't want to hear your opinion all the time. Sometimes they just want you to listen, which is funny. As a life coach, I listen all the time. But, you know, when I'm out with my friends, I've learned to Eva apply, not to be a life coach to them, because they'll tell you in a minute, Eva, I don't need you to be my life coach, not today. But I've learned to not be so opinionated, because sometimes people just need you to just listen to them, just be their friend. So that's one of the things that I have been working on. I don't know if my friends will tell you how much progress I've made, but I happen to think I've made a little bit, you know. So let's see what comments we have this morning. Pam came on this morning. Good morning, Pam. Good morning, Toya. Crystal said she's opening herself to more of this. Robin, good morning. Good to see you. Ruby, good morning. Good to see you. Robin says, I'm in a season of shifting. I'm responding accordingly. Yeah. But don't get so caught up sometimes, because you know, as women, we'll go from one extreme to the other. You know that. That's just how we are, because we're emotional creatures. But just don't get so caught up. Sometimes you just have to pull back and just say, well, I'm just going to think about this, right? I'm going to think about this, and I'm just going to start thinking about how people are showing up in my lives, and are these the people that I truly want to be in my inner circle? It takes time to build a strong, solid inner circle, but don't get so caught up that you start going from one extreme to the other. Don't get off here today and go, oh my God, I'm gonna check this one off, check this one off, and check this one off. Take some time. Krista says, Robin, me too. A lot of shifts happening in my life. Some relationships are ending, and many shifts. I am imagining more positive relationships. And this is the other thing too. Know what you're putting out there, right? Don't walk out thinking or wanting to have strong, positive people in your inner circle, and everything that's coming from you is negative. So this is a time to do some self-evaluation as well. Choose wisely your inner group, and think about the inner circle that you're in. How are you showing up in that inner circle? You're not the one that's negative, are you? I mean, think about that, because sometimes we don't. You know, we develop these habits and we don't even realize it. Because remember, I've told you how many thoughts you have per day and how many thoughts you have per minute, and how many of them are negative. Like 80–90% of millions of negative thoughts are going through your mind. If you're averaging 55 to 60 thoughts per minute, on how many negative thoughts are going through your mind, if 80–90% of them are negative. And that's what I'm saying. We're so caught up in life, sometimes we don't even realize it. So I'm keeping you far too long this morning. Let's see what else we got. Regina, thank you. I appreciate you. Janice, relationships are fluid. Always your authentic self. Yes. Yes. Being reciprocal matters, from Robin. I'm working to it. Think it and not say it. Pam, I know, Pam, would you say think it and not say it, because you have a strong personality too. I am so grateful. Let's see what we got over here on Instagram. Ruth, my inner circle's small but concentrated. A few goes a long way. The Fly. Kelly, thanks for joining. She said, this is good. I think a healthy inner circle will place a demand on you to develop yourself. That's a great point. A great point. Common fitness is a term that I don't think we discuss. Community fitness, I'm sorry. Yes. Excellent. All right, ladies, let's see what else we got here. It is so good to see you this morning. I appreciate you getting up and joining me this morning. And I'm telling you, just being here with you, you encourage me, you inspire me, because you get up and hang out with me. So I appreciate you. And you're intentional about it. So you're helping me to grow and uplifting me, inspiring me, because I know if I'm going to get up and get on Sunday mornings, and I know if you're taking the time to get up and get on with me, that I have to bring something meaningful, and that is encouraging and inspiring and uplifting. So I appreciate you. You play a major role in my life. You have no idea, because remember, I was seeking my purpose. I was led to coaching with all And it all led me to this. Megan, my other friend who's a coach who's not on here this morning, who's also been in my inner circle, who's uplifting and supportive, and all of you just being here. You're in my inner circle because you're uplifting and supporting me. I truly appreciate you. I hope, Crystal said, true, having positive people should inspire us to be better. Yes. And you do that for me. And I hope I'm providing something meaningful that will help you. But I appreciate you. I've kept you a little bit longer this morning. I apologize. Love and blessings to you and your family. Have a great week. And I will see you back here next Sunday. Stay safe. Love you much. Bye.